The country of Germany is a mere 4,300 miles and a transatlantic flight away from Grand Rapids. Yet you can get the full experience at Cedar Springs Brewing Company. Just ask Dave Ringler, who made it his mission to bring the Lederhosen to West Michigan.
Near and dear to the heart, and when I fell in love with the culture when I was living over there, and I thought, wow, we really should experience this in West Michigan. And really, this part of the idea here was to try to share some of that culture and Gemütlichkeit that I fell in love with there over here, because really just nothing like that existed.
Typical Germanic or even Bavarian food could be considered no frills, just meat and starch. But each particular establishment in Germany does things just a little bit differently.
It's kind of a meat and potatoes, starch and protein. The menus really all look somewhat similar, but savory, umami, and it pairs really good with these beers.
Dave has been kind enough to join us, not this Dave, but that Dave.
I was confused.
But this Dave as well, with this awesome spread here of German Bavarian food. Less interesting, Dave. What's next?
Let's eat.
All right, more interesting, Dave. What do we have here?
Herzlich willkommen. Welcome to Cedar Springs. We are exploring a little bit of our Bavarian cuisine. Our menu comes directly from Oberbayern, which is Upper Bavaria. Our Bavarian Brezel, our pretzel, our jumbo pretzel.
Okay.
We have a bratwurst teller, which is a sausage platter with blue and white kraut. A little bit of our house-made rye bread. We also have a Jäger Schnitzel, which is a traditional hunter's cutlet. So that is a sautéed pork cutlet with a mushroom cream sauce and house-made spätzle.
Okay.
And then finally, this is kind of the interesting one for some for Americans who maybe haven't experienced it, is Leberkäse, which is a kind of a pork loaf, and it's like savory, briny. It translates as liver cheese, but it contains neither liver nor cheese.
What's it called again?
This is the Jäger Schnitzel. You've got to try the pretzel. My goodness.
Before we get out of here, we have to try this beautiful looking pretzel.
I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna try it.
There's the okay.
Can I dip a little of this in
You can
there?
dip a mustard. There's a little Kräuter butter here, which is kind of an herbal butter. We also made here.
Oh,
And
wow.
you can eat it in one bite if you like.
I don't think it's supposed to be a handheld.
What?
It's not
There's
supposed
typically enough to share.
to share.
He's not nice enough to share with.
Well,
You can dip all that. I think I double dip. You don't want this now.
I don't want it anymore. While we continue here, while you're still eating this steering wheel sized pretzel, what did you think of Cedar Springs Brewing Company?
Oh, fantastic. It tastes like Germany and Cedar Springs. It's fabulous.
Dave, more interesting and more polite, Dave. Thank you so much for having us.
Hey, thanks for stopping by, guys. Hopefully we'll fill Dave's belly before he goes.
I don't think you have any problem with that. We'll see you guys next week on Let's Eat.
Cheers.
This is why we can't have nice things.
Well done, Dave. I'm still waiting for the
Dave, that
subtitles.
was-
I'm still waiting for the subtitles when you're talking with your mouth full. Maybe next week.
Hey, that was the best pretzel I've ever had.
Yeah,
I'm not a
because
big
you didn't
pretzel
share.
guy.
That's smart,
You didn't
too.
deserve to
I
be
take
shared.
you to all
no.
these places, and I don't deserve at least a piece of the
No,
pretzel.
no, you don't. That was for me.
Okay.
So you get your own pretzel.
All right, fine. Let's see what happens next week.